And, as you may know, I am the Tokyo Tourism Ambassador, along with 2 others, of course. Mikochi and Gura, right? I feel that it is my duty to explain to you guys why onsen are great. Are there onsen in Tokyo? There sure are. But if you want the really traditional ones, then you're gonna need to go a little out to the countryside. So some places that I recommend are Shizuoka, Hakone, Atami, and if you want to get a little adventurous, you should go to Ginzan in Yamagata. That's not Ginza. Ginza is a very popular shopping area in Tokyo. That's different. And over there, it's in Yamagata, which is like kind of above Sendai, so it takes about 3.5 hours by train, Shinkansen from Tokyo. But foreigners beware. If you have tattoos, you're going to need to ask special permission, or make sure that you ask the places that you want if they're okay with tattoos, or if they allow like seals and whatnot. I hope you get there someday, because onsen are fun. Look at me in my private onsen. Looks like the Troubled Days onsen. Well, that's because the Troubled Days onsen is based on Ginzan in Yamagata. But Hakone is a lot easier to reach. If you're going from Tokyo to Hakone, it will take about 1.5 hours to 2 hours. It's really not that bad. It's not too expensive either. Can I enjoy the onsen with my swimsuit? There are some onsen where you can wear swimsuits, but getting naked is normal in Japanese onsen, okay? Nobody has any shame here. People are shameless, I promise you. They're all very, very shameless. But like, not in like a lewd way. Shameless as in they don't care when they get naked because they're like, this is just my natural body. This is how I came into the world, you know? So deal with it. I wish I could be like that. Kind of base, to be honest. I feel like I should live like that sometimes. But I can't. I'm too self-conscious, deadbeats. Do they stare at? Well, yeah, they stare at me. I'm a foreigner. First of all, I'm a foreigner. Second of all, I'm a foreigner with a large chest. So yeah, they do stare at me. But that's okay. I don't hate them. I don't feel bad or angry at them. They're just curious. It's something that they haven't seen before. I don't mind so much. So what do you think? My cute green yukata. It's so comfy. When you go to Ryokan, you never have to pack PJs because they have them ready for you. They're already there. I got a massage today, and the lady massaged me in my yukata. And I took a dip in my own personal bath that I got, because at a lot of ryokan, you can arrange to have your own private bath. Yeah, sounds nice, right? Here, look. This is just a small part of my private bath that I got, right? I was staying in a place that was a real hot spot for like true all-natural onsen that are full of sulfur. So it straight up smells like rotten eggs. Looks so dirty. It's not dirty. It's all natural from the mountains. It's not mold. I asked them. They said it's normal. Algae from the minerals. It felt really nice though. It smells like rotten eggs and felt really nice on my skin. There's this really famous area in Hakone. Let me figure out the name of it. Owakudani? So Owakudani is a place that you can go. You take a cable car up through the mountain and then you go over and it's just smoke and sulfur coming up everywhere out the ground. So like tons of steam coming up out the ground. If you go down there, you'll die. It's too hot. But they've got a bunch of like mechanical stuff down there and stuff to try and like, I guess, redirect the onsen like hot spring into the ryokan, which are the Japanese hotels, old school hotels and whatnot. That's like the hot spot. It is the hot spot for like the best waters ever. But if you go there and you take a cable car there, you can eat black eggs and it's awesome. Yeah, the eggs are black. Well, you crack them open and they're not black, but the outsides are black. Kuro tamago. Let me read to you about this because I'm reading something about it. Located in Hakone, Kanagawa Prefecture, Owakudani translates to the Great Boiling Valley, though some locals lovingly refer to it as Jigokudani, meaning Hell Valley. Isn't that perfect for me? It's nice. Do people usually like it? I think so. I mean, if not, then it wouldn't be so crowded, but it's always crowded. Owakudani is always crowded, full of people taking pictures of like all the cloudy valleys and whatnot, and like their black onsen eggs. Yeah, You guys should give it a visit. Owakudani in Hakone. So you'll go from Tokyo, take the Shinjuku romance car, which is nice and cheap. It takes a bit longer though. It might take you about 2.5 hours to get to Hakone from Shinjuku. And then, so you take that down to Hakone, and then maybe stay at a traditional Japanese ryokan. You should leave in the morning though, so you can get your day's worth in Hakone, right? English okay? It depends, but for most places in Hakone, yes. Some staff will speak basic English. So, have you ever had a bad onsen experience? I actually can honestly say no, I don't think so. Because always they try their best. すごい頑張ってるね、ryokanのスタッフさんね。めっちゃめっちゃ優しいわ。And depending upon which ryokan you go to, some of them are like, they have a ton of rooms and a ton of places for a bunch of different guests, right? But then if you get to places with less and less rooms, then you'll see that they're nicer and nicer and nicer, and then they kind of start to feel like a family, inviting you to be a guest in their homes. Now, a lot of times when you go there, you'll get the kaiseki. Kaiseki is sort of the meal that is prepared by the house for you. A lot of times they'll serve you food inside your own room, which is great. So this is a nice starter drink that they give. Every night that you stay, it's usually different. They expect people stay a couple days or so, right? So every night they make sure that you have a different meal. This was some umeshu, which is plum wine. But it was so sweet and yummy. But some places have like all you can drink. そうですね、飲み放題ね。たまにね、旅館はね、なんかビールとかお酒の飲み放題ありますね。本当に最高だと思うよ。How much does it usually cost? Well, it depends on the ryokan you go to. Especially depends on whether you want a private bath or not. Now, if you're trying to travel on a budget, there's really no need to get a private bath. Especially if you pick a ryokan that's got like a really nice public bath and like a bunch of different options of public bath, then you won't even really need a private bath. And if you decide to stay in a place like that, it could be something like maybe $200 a night. But if you stay at a really like bougie place and maybe you want your own private bath, it might run you upwards something from like $700 to $900 or even more. But listen to this, it comes with the food. A lot of ryokan, they really pride themselves on the food that they give to their guests, right? And it's omakase, which means you leave it to the chef. When you go to a ryokan, you don't get to choose what you order. Instead, they give you what the chef has created for the night, and it's very good. But you have to be open-minded. What about allergens? They will always ask you whether you have allergies or foods that you don't like. Is it seasoned? Yes, of course. There's like a bit of sauce on the bottom there. And a lot of times when they serve you the food, they'll tell you how you should eat it. For example, they'll be like, you should dip this in sauce or soy sauce, or you should eat this as it is. That looks good, so jealous. Yeah, you should come to Japan. Come to Japan, go to ryokan.